They say kindness is its own reward, but Driscoll has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon its advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with the brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course. You literally drew Gosetsu and Yugiri back in Stormblood. But enough to pay the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, maybe you could pose as my assistant. Then it is settled. All we need to do now is to return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters.
Oh, it's back there. That is the Phoenix mount that they were on.
It's the mount from the Rising event. The one that's going on right now, actually. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed the peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for the painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint. Portraits at least. Landscape and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh-ho! I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I only have my brush to testify for me, though you will know that it has seen no small amount of service. Aha! Flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us, and we'll put those talents to the test. These people are rhyming less and less by the day. And who is this hanger-on, a well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite then, we shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to Eulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the me-all. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Eulmore.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Welcome, welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No? Not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go! Enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. Ah, bureaucracy. My old nemesis.
My current nemesis, always.
Oh no.
No, I'm not going through anything right now.
Welcome to you more fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphinaud, an artist, and this is Green, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Eulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are best with the favor of Lord Valtteri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. And should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chinese and Dulia Chai, a Mystel couple of whom the most referred to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All's in order. These are registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll officially be Eulmoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise! Well, at least they didn't make us have to go through different windows 74 times. The place that drives you mad. Mad! Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. Set of documents required to register as a bonded citizen of Eulmore. What have we here? Alphinaud, artist. Green, artist assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chinese and Lady Dulia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it best that we deliver it to the Chai residence before... Oh dear. You smell hideous. You crawled here through a ditch. It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourself clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you rinse away that stench, you'll want to splash yourselves with this perfume, liberally. Once you made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Karen, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. I guess I can fix that emotional damage. I hadn't realized we were so aromatic. I mean, expected of me, I fight monsters and get covered in their blood half the time. But the Alphinaud, you, I'm ashamed of you. I really should commit the Eorzean alphabet to memory sometime. It'd be nice to sometimes like read these papers or letters.
I'd be surprised for a lot of them didn't actually have attention to detail and say nonsense. Or copied something for something irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually look on the map, they actually say what they are in the Eorzean letters and then in English. Just gotta figure out which one is which letter is which. Also, Kier, what are you doing? You rinse yourself clean the stream of water. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that, peripheral. But speaking of which, I probably should craft myself a swimsuit one of these days. Oh, right. Key items.
Oh.
This bottle contains scented water, the liberal application of which can conceal undesirable odors. You apply the perfume as directed, and the delicate scent of roses fill the air. Oh, you showered and dressed already, have you? It is not... that is to say... seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, is it not? Alice would have been drying her hair by now.
I said hurry up and shower, Stinky.
Wouldn't she just? Very well, I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness, then. Courage, Alphinaud. Oh, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons, then? Looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out, then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. And above that, you got the canopy, which where the free citizens of Eulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs. Then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Heh, said Butt.
Then.
That is not a voice I expected.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Oh,
I mean, the voice fits a lot better than the Japanese one.
What is the Japanese one like?
Flowers.
Oh.
I'm sorry, can you...
What kind of...
Maybe if they were going for like high-class madam kind of voice, maybe?
Oh, they both are.
Okay. Just like I imagine more... Oh!
I am positive he will paint us the most delightful...
They also need to show that they're older.
Ah.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Chinoose's voice is what throws me off. He sounds more working class.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Eulmore.
Alphinaud, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Hello.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see?
Clackety-clack. Clackety-clack.
Sorry.
Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Now you have the opportunity to experience Eulmore, I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I will start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colourful characters, only too eager to share the local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much possible about our new place of residence. Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big strong lad, long hair, tied back? He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I dropped my handkerchief. Now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I'd be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Huh. That's definitely a situation to be in. Wicked white, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. Thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She's my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Eulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There's no war here, no conflict. Residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. Doubt. My mistress has ever been so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Colusia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. When she hears of your deeds, you will be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Only you say? Curse my clumsy feet! I must return to her immediately! My attendant told me everything. I am so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. You value him highly, then. As if he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe the bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Eulmore our most glorious measure in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. All this talk of relying on the bonded, I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. Hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. Not really. Toward the city, is it? Then you really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She'll gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you'll find yourself on our good side. Welcome to the beehive, my little drone, seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at your ease, eh? A quick game of high or low. Simply a matter of guessing who has a bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor. Within reason, of course. Interested? Ready for a game of high or low, then? Can't we just play triple triad? Well, let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. 2 cards for you, three cards for you, 3 for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Low. You're going low. Right, let's see what you got. My cards are to 13, and you have... Total is 70. Dang it. You lose. F. Aw, sorry honey, but this match goes to me. Alright, let's play that again. Game over till the characters start over from the Realm Reborn. Much better. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point. Well, what do you say to a rematch? One more win and we'll talk about that favor. You win. Again. Well, well, would you look at that. I think you got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations. Victory is yours. As is a prize I promised. Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Valtteri was born with the power to command them, which means no Eulmore need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Is that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not but that Merry Sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. What's that? New to Eulmore, you say? I'm sorry?
You should take a look at the other stage.
I'm looking. Oh. Oh. That's someone I recognize.
What kind of degenerate would go up there and dance?
That one obviously. What's that? New to Eulmore, you say? Only just arrived and you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. Tell you what, you up on stage and give us a dance first, then we have a little talk. Oh no. Hold on a second. Oh, dang it, unable to command while... Oh, right. There, this seems more appropriate for dancing, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus. Why not the dancer class?
It's literally the same outfit.
Yeah, but then you'd be a dancer.
Alright, hold on.
There you go.
Nope, hold on. Gotta redo this one. There we go. Too bad it only has to be the basic dance and not like Thavnarian dance or anything.
Yeah.
Now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on the stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yeah, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Eulmoran army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got his way with the Eaters, you see. Turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating as to say they become something of an ally to Eulmore, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting these losing battles. Ha! A toast to Lord Valtteri.
That's interesting and sussy-wussy.
Yep, you've gained a preliminary sense of the city. The Chais and Alphinaud will be expecting your return. Huh, where's Alphinaud?
We'll find out.
Oh, you returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphinaud has yet to put a brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Alphinaud's got a new trip. I put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is it satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me, that last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy, however am I to decide? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly! That is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly. Well, I'd not. That is to say, as long as you... Just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who will be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall I pick out some jewelry next? Each eye has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I like to delve into the layer below us and snip out the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him, then... I need you to sneak out to Derelicts and prescribe my condition to Thoric. Here's a list of symptoms, and a hunk of mail to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to.
Speaking of wonderful textures, these roses,
Very solid.
yeah.
You need medicines, tonics, potions? A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder, or simply silence her chirps? Oh, your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. A town of nightmares it is, not for this ship's rat, oh no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict and I have my mule. Good day. Did you get my medicine? So that's it. What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time? I am sorry, my pet. I didn't realize your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out onto the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? Yet today I become more burden to you than treasure. And I shall have a word with Lord Vothry and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will sing your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me? Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Well, that's not creepy in the slightest. Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, these Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them onto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vaughtry that we learned this truth. It is through Lord Vaughtry's grace that the free people of Eulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Vaughtry truly is a great man, isn't he?
So I called it.
Which one?
That, the whole thing about paradise definitely means that they're killing the people here.
Oh, probably.
I mean,
No.
you just said it.
Yeah. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. It's good to see you back. You're taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I began sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chies appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? So, Lord Vaughtry boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? How is the drawing looking? Oh, actually looks pretty great. I take my eye off you for one moment and you're chattering over that assistance of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Shai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection! A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement! Now, fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who would watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful! And this man is to face sentencing. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth for you going along for the experience. The Alpha they mentioned is part of the Emergent, a level above us where Lord Vaughtry resides. Ordinarily you'd be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. A crown lift will take you up there. We better not dawdle then. Join the crowd up there. See to the offer. Let's see what this Lord Varthry looks like. Oh.
That's him.
I had a view because I lost my crowd.
This is just Don Corneo.
He's attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
The early days.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, not this guy.
Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Varthry, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Eulmore is a city built on love for one's fellow man.
Oops, I accidentally skipped. Those who have...
Stone for this crime. I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony.
Those who have not to give and live only to take our blight upon our society. Ugh.
And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Eulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
It is true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out, I could almost accept. But
With
to
my being
humiliate
quiet,
him,
I'm very funny.
to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Eulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
And people call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
An artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Eulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
It's Don Corneo from Final Fantasy VII.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Took you long enough to figure that out.
I had to mute when I saw his tantrum
I'll
animation.
kill them all!
I was dying.
Save their minds! Torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Literally throwing a tantrum. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again, though it is probably best we leave this island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Eulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Colusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think of our strategy anew. Kaishia, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Valthyry wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I am certain we can find work for you there, if you're willing. No, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Eulmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphinaud! Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphinaud. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work, as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Valthyry and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I am sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray speak no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you are so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go on unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this entire whole sordid endeavor. While not quite joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vorthry and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the XIV and chart a new course. This is far from over. Ah, it is good to be back amongst friends. In such company I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best to visit Alisaie. A familiarity with the Armorang will no doubt provide us with invaluable insight. And besides, I know she is eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Green.